So, how are you feeling?
I never thought I'd feel like a cyberpunk clown. Fuck!
We're in good hands. Everything will be fine.
Okay. I can see you're disappointed with me. So... But you wouldn't listen! Making pierogi! Building that park for me, being my fucking pal! What a load of bullshit. Honestly, I don't really feel it. We will be fine, right?
But amazingly, it was all still there. Neatly aligned and perfectly organized in my head. Almost reminded me of how Father made us arrange our toys when we were a kid.
Well done.
Thank you. And thanks for helping me get it done. You'll be happy to learn that there's something for you in it too.
Really? What?
Listen to this. While I was reconstructing my equations, I realized that by tweaking a parameter or two, my method can also be applied to something we are using on a daily basis on this very mission. The Rad Shield filters. In light of my findings, we can manufacture them in a much more efficient way. It's remarkable, because theoretically, I had all the necessary knowledge in my head, but I had to backtrack my line of thinking to unblock it.
Well, looks like going backward doesn't always suck.
Exactly. Sometimes going back with your eyes wide open can push things forward more than grinding on. It's a beautiful paradox, never to be underestimated. And it makes me much more confident about our future. Let's take this bull by the horns.
Hey, looks like we're running out of radiation filters.
I can see you're afraid. Not good at hiding emotions, am I? Well, I think I'm just anxious about my future.
I hear ya. How do you normally cope when things get uncertain?
You know, I sit in my armchair and just slow down a little. You know, my cat on my lap, purring, stuff like that.
Right, the cat. Tell me about it.
Hector? Oh, he's so great. A mischievous little creature. I'm telling you, he needs constant intellectual stimulation, or he'll find it himself. Which usually involves breaking things.
So, you found out about the implant.
You violated my body. You hardwired me to the corporation, even though I said very clearly that I didn't accept it. What is wrong with you? I know it wasn't nice, but I'm willing to do everything to save you. I just couldn't let you die. Why? Because the corporation wants me? I can feel this thing prying, getting to my thoughts. Wait. Are you hearing voices or something? Voices. Menacing noises. They're torturing me. They want me to give up, but I'll never give up. You hear me? Never. I won't let them control me, even if it means blowing this fucking mission to pieces. Hey, man, I'm worried about the worker. I need to get him back on board before he destroys this whole place. I mean, that implant really set him off.
Does it surprise you? He sacrificed a lot to fight against corporate dominance. I can imagine it must feel like a slap in the face to be so dependent on them now.
I was only fighting for his life.
Maybe some things are more important than life for him.
Such as?
Well, all I can tell you is how it felt for me. Before going away with Ben changed me. Nothing mattered to me more than pride.
Shit. Of course. Nobody knows him like you do, right?
Yeah. Hard to believe, but I was in the union too, you know? In hindsight, it seems like dumping that life was the obvious choice, but when I think about it, I remember how hard it was just to let go. And I think I understand why the worker stayed.
Because he felt responsible for the workers on strike?
Sure, that too, but, you know, I felt that responsibility as well. Still, I made a different choice.
What was it then?
The feeling of being surrounded by people who believe in you. Followers. But also friends. It was addictive, and it was freaking hard to let go of, even for love.
In that case, maybe we can show him that he's among friends here too. You think that would stop him from wanting to destroy the base?
Hey, wait. I've got an idea. You could make him that disgusting tomato soup they used to serve at the warehouse canteen. It was the stuff of so many jokes among us. We called it the galvanizing solution, because it was supposed to keep us going for the whole day, but also it tasted like liquid metal, hence galvanizing, get it? Right. I don't know what they cooked it in, but it reeked of the whole periodic table.
Yeah, man, this sounds awesome. I can't wait to see that stern face of his light up when the memories come back to him. So, how do I make this broth out of hell?
Yeah, good question. Why don't you start with making regular tomato soup, and then maybe I can help you spice it up a little in the refinery?
Refinery?
Yeah, why not? Man, this is so crazy. I actually expect it to work.
Hi, Lucas.
Jan, good to hear you. What's up?
Calling because I've collected some more rubidium. Thought you'd like to know.
Oh, man, that's so great.
Yeah. You can be pretty convincing, you know?
Really? I don't hear that often. My work can be kind of lonely.
Tell me about it. It's good to talk with someone other than myself.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking. remember how last time I was telling you about how Maxwell got me into all this?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You said he was going through a tough time himself. What's the story behind that?
Well, I don't know it firsthand, but I heard that years back he was a completely different person. Happily married, house in the suburbs, with a steady academic job that had nothing to do with big tech or politics.
So, human after all.
Then it all just crumbled. One night his life suddenly got upturned, and then it was just a spiral of events. Things started toppling down like dominoes. His work, reputation. Eventually his wife left him.
What happened?
His friend died in a car crash. Horrible accident, drunk driving.
Really? Well, that's sad, but how did losing a friend have such consequences?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I want to... if I should go into the details. They're very personal to him. But also... maybe another time when we can talk longer. Bottom line for me is... if it weren't for that horrible accident and Maxwell's loss, I would probably have had a much more miserable life. It's so strange to think how relative life can be. Sometimes it just blows my mind, you know?
Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, no use getting all philosophical, huh? Anyway, well done with the arcs. I really appreciate it.
Great. Because I'll need to focus on other things now.
Of course. That's understood. Good luck. I'll 7 out.
So, how are you feeling?
I never thought I'd feel like a cyberpunk clown. Fuck.
Okay, so...
Honestly, I don't really feel it. We will be fine, right?
Disable evacuation function.
So,
I know.
why?
I could. Wait, boys.
Jan, don't you think we need more radiation filters?
I can see you're not. You know.
Right.
So?
Yes, but it may.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, how? Till. Anyway,
Well done.
thank you. You'll
Really?
listen to the. It's remarkable.
Well,
And it may,
Hey, man, I need. I can.
I was on.
Well,
Shh. And
because he's brave?
you saying I was a coward? You should know sometimes it takes more guts to let something go than to hold on to it at all costs.
What was it then?
A feeling of fault?
Was it?
in that case, you think that.
We called it because, right, I know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hi, Lucas. Calling. Yeah.
Well,
Sounds like a scientist's nightmare. No wonder he got fed up with it.
he didn't. It slipped away from him. One night his life suddenly got upturned, and then it was just a spiral of events. Things started toppling down like dominoes.
What?
His friend died.
Really?
Yeah, maybe another time. Bottom line for me, it's so strict. Sometimes Well done.
Thanks.
All right. But let's see what. I'll send a note.
Hey, I'd like to give you something. It's kind of special. I hope you like it.
What the hell? Damn. It looks and smells just like... How did you... Oh, there's no way you could remember this. You weren't there.
You're right. I wasn't, but, you're not the only one in this base who remembers the taste of that soup.
Yeah. I forgot that we're all interconnected in here.
Just like in the Union days.
Those were the times. Beautiful times. Pure camaraderie. It always amazed me how much people could endure and still look out for one another. Cheer each other up.
Yeah. A common enemy unites people. It gets harder when there's a common job to do. People start disagreeing about how to do it.
You're talking about becoming a leader. It's exciting at first. They look up to you, trust you. Makes you feel so good that eventually losing it becomes your biggest fear.
So, sounds like the corporation was never your main enemy.
What? Of course it was. It was them who planted that mole in our ranks to undercut us. I couldn't let him win. I had to do what it takes.
What about the victims' families? Do you think they'd agree?
Hey, come on. That's emotional blackmail. Those deaths weren't my fault. Besides, every revolution demands sacrifices. I was fighting for something much more important.
Such as?
Dignity. Look,
you were right to stick to your ideals then. But this mission, it's different. We're fighting for a better future for a whole generation of people, maybe even the future of humanity. Are you sure you want to destroy all that in the name of dignity? Whose dignity are we talking about anyway?
oh, so you think this is about my ego,
Isn't it?
all right? I can see where this is going. You want me to let go of my ideals for a higher reason.
Wouldn't you have done that back then if you knew how your demonstration would end? That so many people would die. Don't you think it would have been better to let go?
What if... I can't turn back time. I did the best I could with the knowledge I had. You're making a mistake by going with the corporation. Nothing I know is going to change my opinion about that. But I won't sabotage the base anymore. You're right. It wouldn't make any sense.
I'm blocked here. Not enough resources. Should I do work there instead? most our storage is rather full.
I'm not in the mood for chit-chat. I'd like to talk to you. It's about the technician's attitude.
What do you mean?
He's got some serious anger management issues, blaming me for every bad thing that's happening to us.
Yeah, I know the type. You know what that usually means? That they're hurting.
The technician's hurting.
Have you ever thought about how it feels being created like that? As somebody's alter.
Yeah, of course. I think about it all the time.
Yeah, well, maybe it's something we all need to come to terms with on our own. Give him some space. Don't push him into being friends. He's the one closest to you. Maybe that's why it's so hard for him. Come and find me when you have a moment.
We're out of resources. Should I go there instead?
Hey there. How are you? Still feeling confident about things?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Sure. That didn't sound very convincing.
No, it's just that I thought I'd be more happy about completing that old research of mine. But the more I think about it, the less reasons I have to celebrate.
What now?
What I mean is, it's a big success, but so what? Even if I do make it back alive, no one will ever know who's behind it.
Why not? We can tell them.
Tell them why. Surely you don't think anyone will let me be a part of society like a normal human being? Publicly, I won't even exist.
But you will exist. As Jan Dolsky.
No. In this world, you are Jan Dolsky.
Does it really make such a difference? I mean, we're both Jan Dolsky.
It makes a difference to me. Look at us. We are two completely different people. More like two completely different quantum states of the same person.
Of all my alters, you should be most aware of that.
I was aware of that when I woke up, but then my existence started moving forward in time. And I ceased to be an abstract being suspended in a single moment. I became a physical body, progressing on an individual real-life path. You see, I don't need the world to remember my name. I want it to acknowledge my distinctive existence. And I need to know that if I'm gone, you'll take care of it.
I will. I'll tell the world the whole truth about who you were, how special you were.
The truth.
Yes.
Mom always said it's the best solution when you don't know what to do. Your loyalty means a lot to me, but I'm afraid that's not a viable option. You'll just be taken for someone who lost his sanity while stranded all alone in space.
Okay. How about Jan S. Dolsky? Huh? S for...
Yes, I get it. Thanks.
So? What do you think?
Or we could make you a profile on social media.
That's sweet. Thanks.
But anyone who fact-checks it will quickly find out that it's fake. There are no records of me working at my university, no earlier publications. I appreciate the idea, but... to hell with it. I guess there really is no choice but to go with your name.
Our name.
Whatever. For posterity. Look, I've been thinking about why you're so angry at me. The real reason you're angry. Because it's not about the implants, is it?
No? Oh, well, why don't you tell me, then? I'm dying to know more about myself from someone smarter than me.
You're still confused about who you really are. A man with free will or a pre-programmed machine. An autonomous being with his own memories, or the result of a piece of code.
And
What difference does it make now if you understand me or not?
The fact that you made me at all means you didn't give a fuck about what it might mean for me.
Sometimes I wish you just died back then and never brought me here at all.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it would have been for the best.
Just get out of my face.
Wake up, sleepyhead. Bedtime's over. What happened? Do you know where you are? Who you are? Do you remember anything? Please. What next? You can ask me about my name and role on this mission? Of course I remember. I mean, up to a point. Oh, shit. Oh, my chest. Careful. You took a heavy blow there. Yeah. I remember the technician. But why? Did he attack me? Yes. Apparently, some of us were unable to come to terms with your decisions. Looks like they'd been planning this for some time. Repairing the tour vehicle while you weren't watching. Filling it up with stolen supplies. And then, when the time came, the technician just knocked you down. And they took off into the desert. Shit. It's all my fault. I saw it coming, but I didn't do anything to stop it. Was he trying to kill me? I mean, what exactly happened? I think he just wanted to send a message. Knock you unconscious, maybe. But that blow caught you off balance. You fell and punctured your helmet. You were suffocating. Luckily, we had some Madrigal in the med bay. Well, at least I thought that would work. But after the injection, you just turned blue and started shaking all over. Of course I did. I'm allergic to Adrical. Yes, well, I know that now. I'll probably need to get tested too when I'm back on Earth. Wait. How did you find out? From someone who knows you best. I called Lena. Of course, it would have been much quicker if the botanist had told me. But I guess he was too busy despairing about our situation in his cabin. You talked to Lena? Yes. Fortunately, all of this happened before we got lost and communications died. Did you tell her about everything that happened here? Why shouldn't I? She wanted to know what's going on, and you were flatlining. There was no time for playing kiddie games. Shit. Yes. Well, I hope you also heard the important part of my story. It happened before we got lost. We're lost? The navigation system's down. The storm is everywhere. We've been circling blindly for days. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but frankly, the base is close to breaking down. The storm's been putting it under a lot of pressure, and supplies are at a critical level. It's been quite intense. Do you have any regrets about not going with them? And abandon my lab? No way. That could never happen. But if you're asking me whether I believe our chances of survival are greater, well, that's a whole different question. We've been doing what we could. It needs to be a flawless choice. Flawless. I'm glad you see the problem. Okay, so what do we do? I was hoping things would change when you woke up, but I suppose it's gonna take more than that. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not superhuman, you know. How am I supposed to suddenly know what to do? Well, superhuman or not, you're still gonna have to bite the bullet. Bullet? What bullet? What are you talking about? I didn't want to stress you immediately after you woke up, but there is something you should hear. Some messages in the comms room from before we lost contact with Earth. Okay, what's in them? What are you not telling me? Just listen for yourself. So, you stayed. I appreciate that.
And you're awake, at last. You'd better think of something quick. We're nowhere near finding our way out of this sandstorm.
It's a relief to see you stayed. Of course. I'm not afraid of being exposed to the corporation. But I am concerned about the raging storm outside. Nothing's working, Jan. There's no help in sight. Why are we even here?
Good to see you in the base, buddy. Likewise, man. We thought we'd lost you there. Tell me you know how to get us out of this mess. We need supplies fast. We won't hold out much longer.
This is a message for Jan Dolsky, corporate ID 4672B. My name is Agatha Wilson, and I am the Chief Operating Officer at Ally Corp, your employer. I have received some very unfortunate news about your mission. I do hope you realize it is vital that we speak without delay, so as to clear up any possible misunderstandings. Otherwise, the board will have to qualify your actions as purposefully subversive. I cannot keep them hoping it is not the case for much longer. Please don't let me down, and get back to me immediately.
What the fuck, Jan? What the fuck? They know everything. The board. But I thought we were... I thought we had each other's backs. That is some deep, deep shit you got Maxwell into. Do you even realize what you've done? Stabbing him in the back like that? Without any warning after everything he's done for you? Me? This is my last call. They've decided to cut me off. I won't be able to talk to anyone, do anything. Not until someone comes for me. All I do is sit here in this tin can and wait. Well done, bro. You know, I thought you'd have the guts to face me, but no. At least, I hope at least, you don't fuck things up with Rubidium. And that you bring enough for those bastards to share with others. But maybe I'm naive to think you care about such things.
Jan, I called and... shit. One of those altars of yours picked up. I know you're recovering from a fight or something? I don't know much more. He was unnerving. This is strange. Look, I know I promised to keep your altars a secret, but I talked to Vin. Dr. Paulson, the colleague I told you, was helping me out with those implants for you. And he convinced me that it would be a big mistake not to tell anybody. Out there, it might seem like you're making the right decisions, but from the outside, I mean, it's not looking good. Is it true that some of them went rogue and sabotaged your mission? I mean, shit. Are they dangerous? Maybe curing them was not such a good idea after all. I don't know. I'm really confused right now.
Find me when you're done with those calls.
Look at that smile. You dreamt about Lena again? Even better. I got an old picture of her.
Oh, really? Huh. I'm happy for you.
Looks like the mess is bigger than I thought.
Yes, we've waited long enough for you to come to, but we need decisions fast. What's the plan? is simple. We need to get out of this sandstorm and reach the rendezvous point. I just don't really know how. Not yet. I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the technician. He knew that navigation system inside out. He kept challenging me. I failed him, and you're paying the price. Now's not the time for regrets, Jan. We need to set a direction for the base, and it needs to be right. We can't afford another day of drifting aimlessly in this storm. This is not a joke, Jan. Everything depends on you. The mission, Rapidium, our lives. You've decided to trust the corporation. We implanted their tech in our heads, losing a part of the team in the process. I'd hate to know it was all for nothing. I did what I thought was right. Using tabula rasa was not an option, but it looks like doing right by your conscience doesn't always mean doing right by others. I'm sorry. I wish I could have done better. As your captain. No need to blame yourself. Apparently there was no way for you to ever become one. What do you mean? Just take a look at the branchings available in the QC. You can find all sorts of walks of life that you could have taken, but a captain? No. It was never possible. None of us were cut out for that role. Huh. That sounds sad. So, definitive. Does that mean we've reached the limit of who we can become? Oh, well, this actually got me thinking about something. What? That code we got from Maxwell to upgrade the QC. His old experiment. He and Lucas used the mind records in a completely different way to manipulate the consciousness of an existing person. You're not really thinking we should try and repeat that? Oh, I agree it could be dangerous, but you said it yourself. There might not be another way. Fine. I'll do it. What's the plan? It's hard to call it a plan. Just go into the womb, I'll plug you in, load Maxwell's code, and improvise. Testing on production? Doesn't sound like your standards. Oh, I had to say goodbye to my standards the moment I woke up in this base. I'm activating the procedure. Any last words?
Yeah, is it okay to have second thoughts about overriding my Is it over? Hello? Anybody here? Base has stopped. I should check outside. Ah, shit. We're still in the storm. What the hell? Someone's there. Wait. Am I losing my mind? Damn it. What was that? Hey, is that a baby? This.
You're no good. Hear that? No good! Filthy creature.
Maybe you should have run faster. What the hell?
What is all this? What's going on?
Relax. I can explain everything.
Are you?
Yes, I am you.
Am I dead?
No, you're just lost in the desert, remember?
But where am I? Still in the base or somewhere else?
You're right here. Where else would you be? The better question is, why are you here?
I wanted to change things. Become a better man. Someone who knows what to do.
A better man. You can't just start being someone else all of a sudden. Didn't Pops teach you that?
I'm not my father.
Maybe not. But aren't you doing what he did all his life? Waiting for a miracle to happen and change everything.
I wasn't waiting for a miracle. I chose to turn to science. That's a huge difference.
Do you really believe that? That you're the architect of your own fate? What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion? It's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Does it really matter what I do, where I go, what I say? Am I the captain of my ship? Or does it take its own course regardless of what I do? My choices are real. My altars are proof of that.
Hey,
Why are you
why are
doing
you
that?
doing that?
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. But you haven't been listening carefully. I told you. I'm you. It breaks my heart to see you so absorbed in that whole what if business. Using your altars to revisit problems you couldn't solve. You've been very busy. But still, instead of moving forward, you end up here, stuck in your past. How is that?
I know now that I could have been there for her. If I had taken a different path.
She's gone, Jan. She always was. There was never anything you could have done.
Where's he gone? Oh, this is crazy. Lana, is that you?
Was a mistake. Why didn't you fight for us? We weren't meant for each other. I tried.
It's over.
What is going on with me?
It's over. Why didn't you fight for us? It's over. Why didn't you fight for us? Together. It's over. It was to fight for us.
Lena!
It's over.
Don't go! Wait!
I guess you two just weren't meant to be together.
You again? Come here to make fun of my failures.
Not my fault you're caught up in their loop. In that big round base of yours.
I'm moving forward.
Yes. To stop short on the wrong side of a precipice. Can't you see that you never were good enough for her? Her parents were mad at her when she dumped that law student for you. The unemployed miner's son with no prospects. And you wanted to impress them with what? A house with a garden, a steady job in a corporation? Is that why you were so afraid of losing that house and going abroad with her? Because you knew her parents wouldn't respect you? Just look at your alters. Don't you think any one of them would impress her more than the average warring Yandolski?
She fell in love with the person I was, not with who I could have been.
Love. Such a big word. Was it real love, though? Can you even tell what's real? How many times did you wonder that maybe you're not the original Jan? That there had to be someone else, a version of you who actually deserved to live, to be loved. Because he always knew what to do, because he never made mistakes. Maybe that way he was worthy of his father's love.
That's cruel. Why are you doing this?
Me? Jan. Didn't I already tell you that I'm you? Nothing more, nothing less. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Hey! Please, don't go! What the fuck? No! Where are you going? Hey, you. Such a loser!
You can do it!
You're not cut out to build it!
Don't quit now! Come on!
Finally, he woke up. Looks like I'm back.
It does. And well, you're cognizant. You've been shaking on that bed for an hour. I was honestly worried about the choice of settings I applied in that program.
No. I think you did everything right.
So, did it work? You look the same. Did anything change?
No. I don't think so. It's still me. But at the same time, everything has changed.
So, what happened?
I met
myself. Another one? No, not like you. He was me, but he knew things. Things I probably always knew, but didn't see somehow.
It's called the subconscious, Jan.
Yeah, I guess it is. So, my subconscious told me that instead of trying to fix my old life, I should try and take something good from what I messed up. It was very comforting.
I'm sure it was. Did your subconscious by any chance mention how we could get out of here?
Yeah. We should look for the rebels.
The rebels. Do you really believe they're still alive?
If there's anybody who can make it through this storm, it's the technician.
Well, that vehicle is definitely more maneuverable than our base.
He said something about noticing the light. That make any sense to you?
The light? Seriously? We risk everything to alter your mind, and all you come back with is a cliched epiphany about following the light?
Doesn't the tur emit any light?
Probably. But in case you haven't noticed, there's a sandstorm raging outside. We'd never be able to see anything even if we had the most high-end...
Wait a minute. What? Tell me.
Low-frequency electromagnetic waves detection.
Oh, now you're confusing me.
That could be it. Yeah, the navigation system. It can be switched into an auxiliary mode, tracing any interference.
Out of the storm. I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked. Our idea? Yes. We brainstormed, didn't we? Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle? We're close to the rendezvous point. It can't be far.
Depending on the circumstances,
Hello? This is Jan Dolsky.
Jan, you're alive. Well, thank goodness. We'd lost hope completely. Now, let's get you out of there. I want a full rundown of the situation.
Well, there was a sandstorm and all kinds of trouble. But I'm back online, and I think I'm finally at my destination. Are you in charge of the rescue now?
Yes, I am. Dr. Maxwell will not be a problem anymore. He's been discharged from his duties with immediate effect.
What about Lucas?
Mr. Pena displayed a reprehensible lack of loyalty to his employer, and he will suffer the consequences. For the time being, we've cut all communications with his station. A replacement is on the way. Of course, he'd been Maxwell's close associate for a long time. We could have predicted that if one goes astray, the other would follow. In a way, I can imagine how dealing with both of them might have had a seductive effect on you. But personally, I have to say, it breaks my heart that you let them pull you into that lunacy.
Maxwell saved my life. And without his help, there'd be no Rapidium for you to retrieve.
Let's leave those explanations, feasible or not, for later. The details of your mission will be subject to a thorough investigation, and I'm sure you'll get a chance to speak up for yourself. You should know, however, that Dr. Maxwell was trying to use you and the success of your mission to revive a regrettable procedure.
Really? Or maybe it was simply too unorthodox for the corporation?
No, of course. He probably presented himself to you as a benevolent protector of humanity. I'm sure he never told you the truth about why we shut down his hideous experiments.
He and Lucas shared a theory about it.
Let me guess. Was it a heart-wrenching tale of how the corporation didn't acknowledge a true genius?
Can you just tell me your version?
It's not a version. It's what actually happened. Facts easily verifiable, if you ever had the need to do it. Of course, the details of the case have never been disclosed to the public. No wonder. It would make the company look very bad if it ever got out.
So what happened?
One of Maxwell's test subjects, a soldier, ran away from his lab and committed suicide in one of our offices. Although the word suicide doesn't quite give the act proper justice, he basically ripped himself to pieces with his bare hands. People were watching. Security cameras caught it. Otherwise, I would never have believed it.
What? But why?
Exactly. Why? Turns out there was a lot going on in Maxwell's lab we didn't know about. He altered people's minds as if they were machines. Made them switch personalities. Enforced inconsistent memories on them, only to erase them and try again. Every time, the procedure left a trace in those soldiers' minds. Left them more and more confused about who they are. His documentation revealed horrendous things. Records of overlapping flashes from contradictory realities. Nightmares, panic attacks, identity disorders. None of it ever reported by Maxwell. He kept the truth hidden so that he could continue his work, no matter what the cost. Driven by some irrational obsession to enhance the human cognitive system.
Wait, so why the hell is he still working for you? Shouldn't he have faced trial for all that?
Of course he should, in a perfect world. But when the stakes are high, nothing's simple, Jan. If you've spent years building a company's reputation, you cannot afford to lose it overnight because of one rogue individual. Trust me. The situation was handled with utmost delicacy. The veterans were placed in mental health institutions, where they received professional help, and their families received fair compensation.
And Maxwell got demoted to mining ops.
Of Apparently, that was not enough to contain him. Given the first chance, he decided to resurrect his project without permission. With you as his unknowing assistant.
Maybe if he had Rapidium, he could avoid harming people. He wanted to carry out his experiments by creating alters of a patient, instead of overriding a person's mind.
Alters? So that's what you call those copies of yourself you've created? It is a prohibited act, both by law and the rules of bioethics. But I know you were coaxed to do it. And whatever your true motives, it did help you secure Rapidium. That's why I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself. Forget about Maxwell. Wipe the slate clean. From now on, you're to follow my instructions closely. Mine and only mine. And we'll have no secrets from each other anymore. Do we have a deal?
Just get me out of here.
Of course. I'll need you to do two things for me. One, construct a beacon for the rescue ship, so that they can locate you precisely.
And two?
Two is a little more complicated. You see, the rescue team cannot find out about your alters, as you call them.
What? Why?
Safety reasons. You know how it is. The more pairs of eyes see them, the more mouths will need to be controlled. And if the public is to be informed about this byproduct of your mission, it is best that it happens by means of an official corporate communication channel. It's enough that your ex-wife knows, and now also Dr. Paulson, it seems.
Paulson? Who is this guy anyway?
One of our top bioengineers. Don't ask me how Lena managed to get him involved in curing those creations of yours.
I never asked for that.
Don't worry. We'll keep them both out of the way during your trial. But trust me, it's better for everyone if no more people find out. So, you'll have to smuggle your alters onto the ship somehow.
How am I supposed to do that?
Remember, the rescue team will be fully committed to retrieving Rapidium. They do not expect to find anyone other than you down there. So all you need to do is be smart about it and use their distraction to your advantage. Fail to fulfill those conditions and I cannot guarantee the safety of your companions.
Seriously?
I've received information about the time of the rescue ship's arrival. They will land just before the sun rises on your planet. So, it will need to be a swift and well-organized boarding procedure. I'll contact you again shortly before they arrive. Start with setting up that beacon. And let's make history together, Jan.
So, this is it. The last stretch. How are you doing? I'm pretty excited. And anxious. I mean, you know, this is what I've been waiting for. Going back to Earth, being closer to Lena. We're so close. I need to focus. Only a few more days, and we're getting out of here. How do you feel about that?
I'm hopeful. You know, we're a bunch of good people and we did something really amazing for the world. So, whatever happens, I'm good. Just a little sad that we didn't make it as a team. Would have been nice to celebrate together once we're on that ship.
I was wondering, aren't we getting any signal from the tour vehicle? We are, but it's ambiguous and very faint. It seems to be close by, but I'm unable to establish its exact location. So, you'll need to find it on your own.
Fine. I'll take a look around.
Good. We don't really know why we were lured here.
Lured? You don't mean...
Look, it's the technician we're talking about. An unstable, frustrated, resentful version of us. Whatever survival strategy he's boiled up, we'd better have a heads up. The only way to guarantee that is to locate that vehicle. Maybe they left some analog tracks? Just be careful.
Hey, looks like we're running out of radiation filters. Is that really? We're going back home soon. Any thoughts? It's been a ride. And we're all heading back to the place we were running away from. Every one of us for a different reason. At least that's what should be happening. We should all be going back. Those rocks, they're shaped like trees. What are they really? That light. I need to get there. Can you come see me? We need to talk. You wanted to talk. Are you feeling better about your memories? Yeah, almost. I've been thinking about all this. The purpose of my life. I have to say it's not easy, even if you give it time. And there's one thing that could help me feel more grounded. My tattoo. Remember? First thing I noticed when I woke up. I'm really missing it. Do you think there's a way I could recreate it? Man, I'd love to get me a tattoo as well, but do you seriously think I'd know how to do it? I mean, I'm useless at drawing. Besides, you don't really think we have the proper equipment in here. Come on, Jan. You're being creative about a lot of things in here. And I'm sure some of us know how to draw. It's not just any tattoo. It was part of my identity, and I feel incomplete without it. What was it? Sisyphus. The Greek hero who rolled a stone up a hill over and So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus. Oh, the one who rolled a rock up the hill incessantly. Not bad for a tattoo. I'm not a professional artist, but I wasn't bad at art in school, so I suppose I could give you a simple design.
Or maybe the others have more experience in graphic stuff. You could ask around. So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus.
You've come to the right man.
I took an art course during my post-grad years. I think I should be able to come up with a professional composition. But of course, if you want to explore other options, I won't be offended.
So, I have a tattoo design for you. Oh, really? Can I see it? Turned out we have some real artists in the base. Check this out. Wow. Oh, that is nice. Even nicer than my old one. Thank you, man. Let's get it done.
To the sailor evacuation undertaken.
We're out of resources. Should I go there instead?
Okay, I'm ready. Let's get this done. Is it very painful? That's the whole point of it, Jan.
It worked. How do you like it?
Oh, it's awesome. I need to show it off to the others. Thanks, man. It means the world to me.
Should I help with this now?
Missing that. Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and, I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Huh. I remember that mug.
Not bad for an amateur, right?
It's the imperfections that make it perfect. Thank you. tracks. It must be the tour vehicle. At least I know which way they went. Detectors and cargo left. Maneuvering here must have been a nightmare. What's happening to me? Looks promising. Looks like someone has already depleted this deposit.